Yeah, said I gotta do better. Yeah, that's the motto. A gift and a curse, my foot in the pedal, I never let up. I dropped the L, now it's Toro. Dubs come in first like it's Whack-A-Mole. I'ma tell them all, yeah. Can't come in last, no. Come in first, I ain't no slowpoke. Oh, it's Toro. I said, oh, it's Toro. I said, oh, it's Toro. I dropped the L and it's dubs, I ain't no before.
Hello, what's up everybody? It's Toro. Came back with another video here. So basically today what I'm going to talk about, my English, is how to not block your blessings. Do not block your blessings. That's probably what I'm going to title the video if I'm being honest. Today, so what basically brought that into my head is I wanted to talk about manifestation, and one of the biggest things to realize is that what you have in life comes from you realizing you have it in the first place. Meaning it was already there in the first place. You already had it. And that comes from an extension of you actually realizing that you have control of your life. You know? Like, you have control of your life. It might feel like you're lost sometimes. Some people might feel that way, but it's not true. I want to talk about that a little bit, right? So basically, when I say don't block your blessings, I mean that you are being blessed every single day. You being alive is a blessing. That's one example of the many examples. The thing is, the reason that you don't perceive everything that you already have is because you have to work to perceive it, and there's keys to doing that. So, for example, I'll give you a dang, that sucks. Okay, I'll give you an example from my life. For example, I'm trying to manifest a lot of things, and let's say for example wealth. When you manifest wealth, there's a difference between like rich people and poor people. I don't even know if I'm gonna use this word. I'm gonna use it eventually. It's just here for the time being. I got a bunch of markers. I was like, yo, I ain't about to get up at all. I'll make sure I get everything I need right here. So I was gonna talk about poor people and rich people. The rich people are rich because they realize that they can be rich. No rich person is like, oh, I'm so poor, unless they're at that moment where like they just have so much money and they need more money. That's a different type of feeling anyway. What I mean by bringing that up is that when you have poor people, for example, they don't believe that at some level they feel like they don't deserve what they want in life. So they aren't going to see it, they aren't going to perceive it. They aren't going to, I don't know if you ever talked to a person or you ever congratulated somebody that's just been so humble and they're like, nah, I really wasn't like that. Because on some level they think that what they have isn't anything. They don't believe that they have anything of worth, or they feel like what they have doesn't deserve such a high amount of praise, so they don't think that much of it. It's just what they do. You get what I'm saying? So let's say when you don't feel like you have something, you aren't gonna value it as much. They're at some level they don't think that they deserve what they have, right? Deserve that praise because they feel like it wasn't anything. So I can go in that more. There's a lot more I can talk about that, but I'm gonna stay back on track. So I brought that up. You don't want to block your blessings, man. Basically, what that comes down to, I'll say I have a few keys right here. So, for example, you want to make sure. All right. So what's gonna stop you, and it's the only thing that's gonna stop you is you. You have to realize that you are your only obstacle. So I'm gonna put like a huge bullet point here. You control your blessings. That's what I'm saying. You control your blessings. You control your blessings. You control your blessings. I say that because everyone has some control of what they have. It just that depends. That level of control depends on how much that you realize you have that control, right? Make sure I'm not in the way. When I say that, you have to realize that I don't know if you talk to some people. I've definitely talked to people, and they said this they can do in a situation to help themselves. And me looking from the outside in, because I'm an outside person, my perception isn't boggled up or is boggled up in a certain way, but it's able to see things they can't see. I see some things that they can't see, and they see things that I can't see. So I'm looking outside and I can see, yo, if you did this, you could have some sort of control to push your situation forward, right? But not everyone has the ability to see all those things, obviously, because your consciousness is inside of one body. You can't always look at yourself from outside into you. You know what I'm saying? That takes more meditation, more learning your mind and being able to see all the pitfalls that you create for yourself, because you create the pitfalls for yourself. So that's what I said. You block your own blessings. That means in order for you to get past this point, you have to figure out. You have to just affirm, and pay attention in life. So basically, there's another thing. I'll put this as the second bullet point. This is what's going. They're all pretty much going to be connected. This is what's going. This is going to keep on coming up after each bullet point. Basically, what you have to do. Basically, when you get anything in life, there's three parts to it. There's your action. There's God, whatever higher power you believe in, and there's your mindset. That's how you get anything. You know what I'm saying? You have to use all three of those aspects. You have to, for one, let's go to God. You have to pray for it. You have to affirm it. There's different ways that you can learn how to do that effectively. Two, there's your mindset. You have to look at your thoughts. Meditation and just being mindful in general is how you get to that point. And you put your thoughts in an orderly fashion for you to get whatever you want in life, for you to have control. How would you have control? You ask yourself the question, how do I control my blessings? And then you go ahead and you think about that. You meditate on that for a long amount of time. You come up with different things. And that's what helps your mindset to change over time, positively. Make sure to have a positive ending to everything, a positive everything. And three is your action. Your action is going to be what basically finishes everything, because you're going to see God. God is going to do his thing. Your mindset is going to be set into place. You're going to have all these affirmations, and if you're not going ahead and doing what you need to do to get what you want in life, then you're blocking your blessings right there. That's your control right there. You're taking it away from yourself. You have the two, but you take down the third one, the action. That comes down to you saying, I want to make $1 billion, but you just sit on the couch not doing anything. Like, you got to do something. So I want to say the Holy Trinity, mind, body, and soul. Mind, body, soul. I'll say Holy Trinity. Remember that. Here we go. The marker messing up. Hopefully y'all can see this. Holy Trinity. That's what I was just talking about. There's a lot of different ways you can think about this. 369, the Holy Trinity, mind, body, soul, all that stuff. So, third one. How do you not block your blessings? After you've already went ahead and realized that you control everything, realize, how do I get what I want in life? So for your third one here, that's going to be fighting your fears. Fighting your fears is going to be a really big, let me see something. Fight. Fight your fears, buddy. And they're hard. I know. I'll say this. You don't fully detached from all fears until you're like reach a high level of enlightenment. And or I won't even say enlightened. You don't have to be enlightened to fight all your fears, I feel. But at the same time, I don't know. I'm just talking. This is my truth that I'm speaking. I feel like there's a point that you can reach in your life where you fought all your fears, but there's still more things that you need to change in yourself to fully be one with what you want and what you are. So, oh, now I know what the rest of what I'm going to be. Okay, you're going to fight your fears. The reason that I say this is because it goes back up to here, to controlling your blessings. You control your blessings. You fight your fears, and doors will open up. There's a bunch of keys that you have. Each one of those fears is a key to a door. You fight that, you open a door. So, for example, if you have the fear of public speaking or the fear of walking onto a stage, that is going to, and you want to, there's certain things you want to do in your life that requires that you're blocking your blessing by not fighting that fear. You're blocking your blessing by not fighting that fear, figuring out what you need to do to get through that, because that's literally the definition of what I said before, and that's really important to do that. So, fighting your fears, there's so many examples I can think about in order to like reiterate this, but that's really important. Next thing I wanted to speak about is the realization that you are already blessed. So, when I say this, it goes back into all these. I'll go back to you control your blessings. When I say that, and I come back to you are already blessed, that means, I'm gonna write it real quick. You are already blessed. That comes back to the spiritual idea that you are everything, you are all. You're not your ego that identifies with being African American, somebody from whatever your hometown is, or someone who is whatever, you think you're stupid, you think you're not good enough. That's not your ego. I mean, that is your ego. That's not you. That is a level to, that's a box that you can put yourself in. That's what I'm saying. You are already, you're blessed. You're already blessed. You are all. Meaning, if you feel like if you were to walk outside and there was $1 million in your steps, that is already you. That is a spiritual idea that comes from the idea that all is mind. All is mind, meaning that God, or I won't even say God, because God is a different topic. I would say all spiritual idea, like everything, all air, people, this board is all one. Meaning that all of your thoughts as well, anything you can think of, it's all you as well. You are a drop in the entire ocean of mind. So you are in your head. I'm also going to bring up the other aspect of it is thinking of, I don't know if you've heard this before, but everything that is existing right now was once a thought. So all is mind. That's another way to think about it. So, the reason I want to see, I think really would help you out more. Don't just go to one video. Please just keep on researching these types of things. Anything in the esoteric realm, anything that has to do with spirituality, and it helps you to understand this on a higher level. It helps you to think about these things way more with less friction, way more, just more faith in what you're thinking. Faith is another thing you need to have to stop blocking your blessings. I'll get to that later. So you're already blessed. You have to realize that stuff. You have to realize that the only way you get something in your 3D space is by realizing you already have it. It's less of, oh, I need to go out and find this thing, get this thing. Oh, I wish I was rich. Oh, I wish I was this. I need to figure out how to get that. You have to figure out how you already have that. You have to figure out, okay, I already have the blocks to build the house that I want. Now, how am I going to put those blocks together? You gotta remember, you're a manifester, you're a creator. You create what you want in life. You create everything. You already created it because you are it at the same time. You are all. It's like that. It's all intertwined. So once you realize all that stuff, you're another step closer to being able to not block your blessing, because thinking the opposite is pretty much what the devil is. It's limiting your beliefs, limiting yourself to not being able to be all of who you are. You get what I'm saying? So I'm gonna say I spoke on faith. Don't know if I'm gonna speak on faith. I don't know if I'm going to keep that here. I want to put there's so many things I could put in this, but I'm trying to condense it to a few bullet points. I'm gonna say faith. So reason I say faith that everything is going to be okay is because we all grew up in this world. There's a lot of illusory acts going on. There's a lot of illusions, a lot of false thoughts. Not even just like someone intentionally making you think something. People just telling you what they heard, and you running with it for the rest of your life up until a certain point where you awaken and you think of things differently. And the reason I say faith is because that's what's gonna pull you out of through that transition of thinking of things in a certain way and going into another way. And that's like with anything in life, like not just spirituality. That's also with that's literally how life works. So, for example, you want to get healthy. You had beliefs that made you think that, okay, if I just eat this and do this, blah blah blah, I'm gonna get better. And then you go and keep doing that same exact thing you thought would work, and it doesn't work. You have to have faith that if you try something new, it's going to work out in a different way, the more closer to what you want. And the way you do that is to realize that you just have to remember, when I said the mind, the Holy Trinity, your mind, you have to have your mindset, mindfully rethink of things. Like mindfully, okay, if I have to remember that if I want to stay on this diet, I have to keep consistently with it. I know it's been 5 days and I don't see a distant difference yet, but my mind tells me at the end of the day, everything is going to be all right. That's the faith. The faith is what's going to keep you all right. Once you have control of your mind, you hear the faith come back, and you're like, all right, faith is here. That means I can stop overthinking about things. And you learn how to stop overthinking about things. But you have to have the trigger for that. The faith is the trigger for that. So I'll say faith. I don't know why I just decided to make it all caps, but we're gonna do it. No cap, no kizzy, no cap. So all right, I'm gonna cut it short. I'm gonna do one more. There's a lot more. I can make this video about 20 times. But last thing I'm gonna say is control over your mind to stop blocking your blessings. Reason I say get this control. I say control your conscious mind. Control your conscious mind. Yo, if I spelled that wrong, please don't roast me. So I put control your conscious mind. So reason I say that, that's my last thing. That's the last thing I'm gonna say. The reason I say that is because when you have control of your conscious mind, you can then control your subconscious mind, and your subconscious mind then shows you it then brings up things that you will see in your reality, in your 3D space, right? So when I say that, it's because you have to control your negative self-talk. Your negative self-talk blocks your blessings. That is you telling yourself that you are terrible, that you won't be able to do what you want in life, that you are unsuccessful, or maybe just negative things about other people. You can't have negative thoughts, period. It doesn't matter, because what you think, who you're thinking about, what you're thinking about. Because at the end of the day, you are all, right? So if you're talking about your cousin next door, or your classmate, or someone, or your coworker, or something like that, you're talking about them in a negative way in your head to other people, to whatever, it's still coming back to you, because that's just a reflection. The outside world is just a reflection of your inner world. You get what I'm saying? So you have to be able to control your mind, consciously be able to think, okay, I was about to think about this, or these 5 thoughts usually lead up to this thought that then has a negative emotion to it, which then has a negative action to it. You get what I'm saying? It then makes this happen in my life. This happens after all these things happen. Like it's a snowball effect. You know what I'm saying? So that comes with it comes from like meditation. It comes from you just there's lots of forms of meditation. There's like the meditation when you just sit and you just clear your thoughts. There's meditations where you meditate on a certain phrase. You know, you can own out of this bitch. You can you can hum. You can do all that stuff. You could pray a phrase or something like that. You know, every single night. Those are different forms of meditation. You could walk and you be making sure you just watch your thoughts. That's basically what I'm talking about here. And that also comes with repetition. Repetition is what's going to help you control your thoughts, control your conscious mind. Because your blessings, the reason that you can't just say to yourself that I have $1 million 5 times, I have $1 million, 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 and then go outside and then $1 million is on your front step, is because we're in the physical realm. Your consciousness is very conscious. When you're awake, you're really, really conscious of the physical world. Everything moves slower in the physical world. It's not like the dream world or the astral realm, where when you're astral, you say you're lucid dreaming, and you say that affirmation, you immediately have it's different. It's different. When you're out here, things take time. So that's why it takes repetition and days and weeks to do things. So you have to control your mind to be able to do that in the first place. Like people in solitary confinement have to be able to control their mind if they want to get out of that mess alive without going crazy. You know what I'm saying? This is like a prison world. You have to be here and learn how to control your mind to get out of here. It's all about your mind. This is your mind. You don't want to be a prison. You don't want to be a prisoner of your mind. You want to be in control of your mind. So, like I said, that comes back. I'm gonna finish it up here. That comes back to basically all of these. I'm gonna go back to control your blessings, your fears. You're already blessed. You gotta remember that you already are what you want in life. Yeah, man. Hope this video really helped you out. I know it went on for a good bit of time, but yeah, man. Trying to make more videos and stuff. I'm trying to get back more consistent with this stuff. If you have some suggestions on the video, please put it in the comments. If you had something to say about this video, how made you feel, please put it in the comments. If you want to share this video to someone else, please share it and let them help them out, because positivity, this is a positive video. I hope you perceive it as being positive, and it helps people. Like it might be one of the things that I used to think about, I'm being more conscious about, is that positivity is something that you have to, if you don't do it that much, then you shouldn't do it. Like, it's like some people will be like, oh, so like, why are you saying hi to me today? You just say hi to me. Is something different with you? And you have to break that pattern of, okay, I haven't been doing this thing that's going to be positive in my life, or I haven't been spreading this much positivity, because it's never going to happen unless you do it in the first place. So I'd say that's why it'd be a good idea to go ahead and share this to anybody that you think that would add some positivity into their life. That being said, man, thanks for watching. Catch you next video. Please like and subscribe if you want to. Heart of a bull, horns of a motherfucker. You already know what the fuck going on. Peace. Oh yeah! Motherfucker, you just made it to the end of the video. Just wanted to say, guys, right to my right here, you got another video on my channel. Go watch that. What you got right here, another video on my channel. Go watch that one. What you got here in the middle right here, you got some links to my music channel and my regular channel. Give me a follow. You already know what's going on. Yeah, come back for more. Thank you. I'm out here. Like I said, heart of a bull. We out, Toro.